Never give up. It's just going to get better and better and better and better. And then you're going to be like, yo, why was I ever thinking about giving up?
People be talking a lot, I just noticed. They do not walk the talk, they be provoking. Say that they are a boss, I say they joking. I just be growing like it is meiosis. You don't got advantage cause your DNA status. Ballin' out March Madness. Head of my race like I'm POTUS. Since a kid I always knew I was chosen. Know that we smooth like it's lotion. We making waves that are bigger than oceans, We go crazy like psychosis, yeah. Got the drip like it's osmosis, yeah. No advantage from your DNA status. Ballin' out March Madness. Head of my race like I'm POTUS. Since a kid I always knew I was chosen.
Alright, more inspiration, guys.
Don't ever give up. You guys got this, no matter how hard it may get. You got this.
What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 5 of the Hustle House 24/7 365 podcast. I am your host, Lamar, Mr. Cream Cat, Lambo_CO, and I'm with my co-hosts,
Cody Stockton, various layers, beasts.
Beast, and number one pimp out here in Roanoke, Virginia. That is the most positively inspired, motivated person. Let's not get that confused, okay? So, guys, so episode 5, we are going to talk about, not only just hustling, not only 24/7, 365 days a year, but what do you do in that moment? When you're out here hustling, you're making money. What do you do with that money that you make? So we're going to talk a little bit about investing. We're going to talk about some of the things that me and Cody have invested in, some of the things we are looking to invest in, and just overall, how can you take your money that you're out here hustling to make in order to make more money? The goal is you don't want to necessarily be working for your money. You want your money to be working for you. Trading time for dollars does not work anymore. If you're trying to get wealthy, if you're trying to get rich, you're trying to have a abundant lifestyle where you can do whatever you want, whenever you want, with the people that you want, you have to get your money working for you. There are a few things out here that you can trade your time for dollars. Certain careers, certain industries that you can go in. You can go to school, get your degrees, get your certifications, and you can create 6-figure incomes. Sometimes you can create 7-figure incomes, but not everybody can do that. Not everybody has the resources to fund 4 to 6 to 8 years in school. Not everybody has the time to really put things together so you can become rich. So you have to learn how to use your time effectively, and put your money in places so it's working for you. So that way you can free up your time for yourself and not have to spend your time making money, doing laborious activities, showing up at your 9 to 5 or your 5 to, I don't even know what a third shift is nowadays, but you guys get what I'm saying, 8 to 10 hour type of shifts. We're not sitting here saying that we're just, or excuse me, I can't speak for Cody, but I'm not sitting here trying to say that, like, I'm not hating on a job. Me and him have both had jobs. You have to start somewhere, unless you just got handed $1 million by your father, like Donald Trump, to go invest in some type of, real estate. You have to get money somewhere. You have to get it going somehow. So you're going to have to work a job. You're going to have to do things that you don't want to do, be at places that you don't want to be at, but you need to make sure that you are focusing on getting to another level. Make sure that you're not just spending your money on bullshit. Go out here, have fun, indulge, spend money on yourself, but also have some money set to the side so that way you can invest in, whether you're trying to get a real estate portfolio going, whether you're trying to, make quick gains in crypto or stocks or options. I don't, particularly trade options. I wouldn't recommend anybody do that. But, you want to make sure that you have some money left over and you're applying it to places. There are tons of things you can put your money into where you can expect to earn a specific amount of return on your investment over time. You can literally invest into the stock market in one of these index funds, and based off historical models and what their returns have shown, you can make 10 to 12% a year on your money. Now, is 10 to 12% a lot on $1,000? No, that's like 100 to 120 bucks. But imagine if you had $100,000 invested in an index fund, making 10% a year. That's 10 grand every year. You know, you can find there's multiple things out here in this world where all you have to do is park your funds, not worry about it. You know, money that you don't need. I'm not saying go and invest every single last dollar that you have. I'm not saying invest your mortgage, your rent, the money you use to buy food. Take care of what you need to take care of first. But with the money you have left over, don't go out here doing stupid shit. All right. Put that money in place so it can work for you, so you can get your time back and have more money to do whatever it is that you want to do. A lot of people come to me and they're like, is it too late to invest? And it's like they're coming at me with this. They have this fear of loss or scarcity mindset. They have, you know, so much. They have whatever X amount of money. Let's say $500. You know, what can I do with $500? Where can I start? When can I expect to see, you know, thousands of dollars? And when you come with it at that mindset, more than likely it's not going to work out for you. You have to make sure that this money that you're investing is not money that you need for anything. It's not money that you're even going to think about. Literally, you invest it somewhere, whatever that thing is, into an asset, into a stock, into a crypto, into an index fund, to a real estate fund, whatever. You need to make sure it's a certain amount that you're not going to think about, you're not going to need anytime soon, and that, you know, you have the utmost confidence in the fact that it's going to make you money. And even if it doesn't make you money, let's say the investment doesn't work. I have tons of scenarios, experience in the past where I've invested into things that just did not work. I either lost money or I had money stolen from me from individuals that I put trust in, but didn't, you know, things didn't work out, whatever. That doesn't mean I just quit and like, oh, this doesn't work out for me. You know, if you go to a restaurant and have a bad experience with food, are you just going to not go there ever again? No, you're probably going to give it another shot. So you can't just quit just because you have one bad experience. You can't just stop just because things didn't work out a couple of times. You have to be persistent. You have to be consistent. Take the L as a lesson, not a loss, and figure out what it is that you should be doing different. So, you know, a lot of people ask, like I said, they ask me, is it too late to invest? So if you're someone that's 40 years old and you come to me and you're asking this question, let's say, you know, you have a wife, you have kids, you have a home, mortgage, you know, it's a little different. You have a family that depends on you. You have things that have to be taken care of. You have responsibilities. So you have to be a little bit more diligent with where you're putting your funds. You have to do a little bit more research. You have to, you know, plan and budget a little bit better. But if you're someone that's our age, you're 24, 25 years old, 21, 19, I'm going to tell you to try a bunch of different things, see what sticks, see what's working, and then focus on the things that are making you money. The worst case that can happen, you lose all your money. All right, so what? Fuck it. You're 20 years old. You're 23, 24. Life's not over. You can start over, try something new, find something else, keep it going, but don't stop. It took me a long time personally for me to start seeing the fruits of my investments, where to the point where I don't have to work as much anymore. I don't have to work for other people. I don't have a job per se. I work for myself. My investments are passive income opportunities where money is flowing to me. My money is being put to work for me. I don't have to think about it at all. And I don't think about it. I have money that's been invested sitting for years. And it's like, hey, you know, whenever I get my ROI on that, it'll come when it comes. It's not a matter of if, but a matter of when. I don't even think about it. People ask me, but I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't even think about that money. I literally have to go and look and see how much I have sitting there, to be honest with you. So the fact that what I'm trying to say is you need to, if you are investing money, not only do you need to be diligent and you need to pick what you're investing into. Yes, do DYOR, do your own research, but have confidence. Don't sit on the opportunity for too long or the decision. You need to have conviction that it's going to work out, and do whatever it takes to make sure that works out, and then try other things as well. So, Cody, what type of things, what things are you invested in, or what can you add to that? as far as what's your experience?
From a financial standpoint, a lot of people think that they need like a lot of money to start investing. Because I've gotten some people, I'm invested into cryptos. I also have other investments that are financial, which are like health, like wellness, sleep, my business, which is kind of financial, but like building it and like keeping the standard for how I like go about getting customers and stuff like that. But another, like the main things I hear a lot of people say, because I've told a lot of people, some of you guys watching know that I talk, like when we started the crypto group, hey, you guys should get into crypto and start learning about it because of these reasons, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of people think they need like $100, $200, $300. Like on a lot of these platforms like Uphold, Coinbase,
Even Cash App.
It's like you guys only need like $10 to invest, and it's all about just starting the habit and making it a priority instead of just waiting and keep pushing it back saying I'll do it when I have this money or that money. It's like if you just make it a priority now and just allocate a little bit of your money to that and just take it from whatever else you were spending on that doesn't really matter, whether it's just spending money on stupid shit, whatever it may be. Everyone has money they spend on stuff that they could allocate somewhere else that would probably be better for their outcome financially. So just put a little bit of money away, like every week, like $10 a week or whatever it is personally to you, and just forget about it. I've been invested into crypto for like 2 years now. And every time my mindset is with investing is just whatever I put in there, I forget about it. I don't look at it. I don't think about it. It's there. That's its purpose. I don't have that money anymore. So that's the one thing I would add on to all that. Like, you guys don't need all this capital up front to start creating the habit and also putting your money into some good solid projects like crypto. Another thing too is like even your health, investing into your health. You can allocate the funds that you spend on bad food for good food. Like if you're spending money on cases of beer, start the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like you can just take things that are bad habits and change them into good habits. And it's the same money that you're most likely spending anyway. But that's just what I think as far as an investment's concerned, and something I do for like my physical health, and then also like the crypto side of things as well. I'm not really into stocks or anything like that too much.
Yeah, I mean, to piggyback off that, like what he just said, just start with something. Get in the habit of investing. Even if it comes down to, every paycheck you get, if you get paid every 2 weeks or you get paid weekly, whatever, take in a certain dollar amount that you can allocate and just park it somewhere. If you need advice, find people that are investing, find groups. Me, Cody mentioned we have our own group. It started out as like mainly a crypto group, but it's become more of an investing and like investing tips group where we don't just talk about crypto. We talk about real estate. We talk about stocks. We talk about online income opportunities. We talk about affiliate marketing, even down to just like side hustles. Like we have people in there just going out here trying to find there's been a few guys in there that are doing some pretty cool things that I didn't think of as far as to make money. And, we relay that information to everybody that's inside the group. Like, hey, if you aren't making enough money now to invest, get out here and do this. Go like literally the oldest thing you could do is it's getting warm. It's spring. It's summer. Go here, find some yard work, man. There's people that I drive by houses every day where people need yard work. If I had the time, I would do it myself, like straight up, because you can make a lot of money doing that. But just finding things that services that people need that they're willing to pay for. Hit up Cody. Cody got a job for you. I promise you that. This man stays busy. If you want to make good money this summer, have flexible hours, hit this man up, talk to him. Because I mean, even I have some things that you guys can do. If you want to work from home, like hit me up, because there's tons of money out here for anybody to get. I mean, guys, think about it. We printed the most, I think like 70-80% of the money supply in the last couple of years. And guess what? It's not going to stop. The government's going to keep printing money. So like if they're printing money, you have no excuse to not be getting money. There's tons of money out here. You gotta come with it in an abundance mindset.
See the opportunity.
Yeah, see the opportunity and seize it. Don't just say, oh, well, like I can't make any money, or I can't do this, can't do that. There's places that are hiring. There are people that are presenting opportunities every day where, like I said, and there's things out here that you can come up with and get creative with as far as going and making some money. Like there's
There's a labor
endless-
shortage.
Yeah, there's a labor
So like
shortage.
they want workers out here.
Yeah, they're paying bonuses. You know, even if you got to go work somewhere, secure that bonus and go work somewhere else. You know, whatever. You know, I mean, anybody that's an employer watching this is probably going to be like, "Oh, fuck that guy that he just said that." But I mean, these companies are giving out money. Go out there and get it. Like literally, not this past winter, but the winter before this, I worked a third shift job in a freezer overnight just to make extra money so I can put more money into crypto because I knew we were in the midst of a huge bull run. That was, what is it? It's 22 right now, 2020. And the winter of 2020, from November to like early February, I worked in a freezer making, I think, $18 an hour. It wasn't in a freezer. It was like a fridge, but it was freaking cold regardless. If anybody that's local watching this podcast, they know exactly what I'm talking about. I went there, worked for 3 months, made, I don't know, like probably like 8 to 9 grand in 3 months. And I was working the minimal hours that, you know, they required you to work. Like you could have worked more. I went there, worked minimal hours because I had a day job as well. I was running a car dealership at the time just to make extra money, just to invest in crypto. Did I need the money? No. Like I literally did that just to put more money in crypto. And now I'm sitting on a pretty hefty crypto portfolio. I'm not going to like throw my numbers out there, and I'm not trying to say that to impress you guys. You know, if you want to know what I'm holding, what I got, hit me or Cody up. Again, we have our group. I give all of the information away for free. I haven't charged anybody a dime. And there's been tons of people in that group that have made money, and they have gone and they're doing other things with that money. They're starting businesses and they're getting side hustles going. So, but I'm not saying that to impress you. I just say that to impress upon you. Like, you just have to have the mindset that, you know, you're going to go out here and get it. You're going to do whatever it takes so you can get to a better point in your life. And a lot of that starts with investing, you know? And like he was saying earlier, you don't have to have a lot of money. You just got to have something to start. And I'll be honest with you, it's better if you're starting out with a little bit of money, because if you do take L's and you take losses, at least you're losing a little bit of money. If you go out here and get, I would never recommend anyone to do this, but if you go out here and get $20,000, let's say in the form of a loan, or you're borrowing it from a friend or something like that, and then you go start doing something that you don't have the full grasp on, as far as, like, I know a lot of people that do this, like they'll go and borrow money to trade and you lose all that money. Like, yeah, that's going to leave a sour fucking feeling in your mouth, and it's going to hurt, and you're probably never going to want to do it again. And now you're in a $20,000 hole because you didn't take the time out to really learn about what it was that you were going to be doing as far as investing or trading or anything like that. So don't just go out here and blindly do shit that doesn't make sense. You know, take the initiative to, you know, find people that are doing it, learn yourself, and, you know, if you like, really just start out with a little bit. If you're investing long term, you're trying to make short term gains. Put a little bit of money in first. Take your L's along the way, because I can almost guarantee you it's very, very rare that you're going to get involved in something where you're not going to lose money to start. Everybody has to take those L's. They have to be humbled. They have to learn their lessons. But it's a matter of being persistent and knowing that, hey, all right, I messed it up this time. This is what I need to do better. Or I put money here based off, you know, rumors I heard, probably shouldn't do it that way. Or everybody was putting money here and I joined the train, like a lot of you guys were doing last year with GameStop and AMC. You know, again, I was trying to tell people that train has left the station, but no one wanted to listen to me. But anyways, if everyone else is doing it, like, and you followed the herd and did it with them, lost money, then all right, cool. You made a mistake. You took a lesson. All right. If everyone else is catching on to something, I probably shouldn't put money into it too. That it's already gone viral. Everybody already knows about it. You want to invest into the things, the assets, the stocks, whatever that not a lot of people know about, that not a lot of people are doing. Or if you're investing into a market, you know, like real estate, or, you know, anything else that has its own industry, and you're trying to start a business there, you want to check out the market, check out your competition, see what it is that they're doing. If you go out here and open up here in Roanoke and you try to open up a coffee shop, good. I mean, not trying to shoot anybody down that might be trying to open a coffee shop, but think of how saturated our market is with coffee shops. Starbucks owns this market. We have a couple local coffee places that have their market share, but you really have to like look at the location that you're doing it, the product that you're going to have, how you're going to advertise it, how much you got to pay out, and you got to really make sure everyone's going to catch on to it. So even when I say investing, even it applies to starting a business. You have to know what it is you're doing, have a plan of action, and then go and execute it. Don't just get a bunch of money and then go do something. You haven't even like really laid out your foundation of how you're going to go about it. You have to study your market, study the asset, study these financial markets, study the crypto, study the stock, study the company, etc. before you go and put a lot of money into it. Even if you're putting, all right, I'm gonna put like $50 here, $50 there, another 2 weeks, another 50. Learn about it, and then when you get that confirmation that you need, then that's when you go all in. You got to do your research. You can't just jump into whatever, whenever, and just like hope and pray. Because I promise you, you're doing that, it's not going to work out for you. You're not going to make it.
It has to do with investing in yourself too. That's what I would say as well. Like, you need to invest in yourself out here. You need to invest in your mind so you can develop the skills and understand how to look for opportunity. Like, if you have a skill, all you have to do I'm not going to say most of the time, but just to get some attention is literally go start a Facebook page. I had to stress somebody so hard to start a Facebook page. And I'm not going to say who it was, but they were talking about how they wanted to grow their business and build their business. I'm like, you don't understand. Like, everyone can see you on Facebook. And like with me, when I started my business, the first thing I did was make business cards and start a Facebook page. And then I ran like a $10 ad and I had my first customer in 2 days. Guys, so like if you have a skill that you can monetize, which most things can be monetized, you have to invest into yourself. Put the time into learning these things, developing your mind, having the vision, and then coming up with a plan that you can execute on. Because like he was saying, they printed the most money in the last 2 years. 70% of the money was printed in the last 2 years over the pandemic course. Like, there's money out here to be made, but the people who know how to make money are going to continuously make that money. It's just more abundant now. I mean, yes, inflation as well is happening, which is even more, so your money's not worth as much, but also that's even more of a reason to go out here and get some money. You know what I'm saying? So invest in yourself, start a Facebook page if you have a business, market to your local area. You can literally like just go over a 5 to 10 minute Facebook ad video and it'll show you. It's very self-explanatory. And that'll give you the mindset and the skills and the knowledge and the perspective to be able to see opportunity and actually go execute on that opportunity, which therefore makes you more income, which you put into investments as far as finances are concerned, like cryptos, whatever it may be, precious metals, stuff like that, land, whatever you want to put your investment money into that you think is suitable for you. And then you just constantly build. And then you also have the mindset of whatever I put into investments, I'm not touching. It's just there. That's for longevity. And it's not the short, instant gratification type of mindset. And then you're working on hustling all this other stuff, so you don't even care about those investments anyway. They happen when they happen type mindset type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I would add investing yourself, investing your health, because if you can optimize how you operate mentally and physically, then that's gonna put you in a better position just in the world, in the market, to be able to find opportunity and execute on that better, faster, stronger than other people, other competition, you may say. So yeah, that's something I will add on to that as well.
Yeah, and I 110% agree with you. Not just investing, into other things, investing into yourself, into your mind, making sure you're eating, you have a proper diet, making sure that, if you have a business idea, you're investing into the small detailed things that you have to get that set up and to get it going. Investing into, like you said, just like into yourself overall. You have to have, if you're going out here trying to become, wealthy, rich, whatever term it is you want to use, you can't just, none of this stuff's just going to come by accident, none of this, there are some people out there that do get lucky but I promise you, if they get lucky one time, it's very rare that, what's the term? Lightning never strikes in the same place twice or something, or the odds are like the slimmest odds out there ever. It's the same thing with like getting luck or hitting the lottery. You go out here and you hit the lottery, and you're probably not going to do that ever again. Or you go out here and hit the jackpot over at Rosie's. There's like this little casino place we have here in Roanoke called Rosie's. take that money and apply it and do something with it. Figure out what it is that you find something that works for you and focus on that. You're not going to go out here and be able to keep getting lucky. It's not going to work. Nothing happens by accident. You think freaking Elon Musk got to the point that he's at now by accident? Like, oops, I'm the owner of Twitter, or oops, I'm leading the charge in space exploration now. Or you think Jeff Bezos was like, oops, I just created the largest retail e-commerce distributor in the world? Like, it's not by accident. They had to form a plan, invest in themselves, become the individuals that they are now, as well as invest their money into certain things. I think, like, you can go and look, Elon, there's a quote out there or interview that he did. He said he invested all of his money into PayPal. When he sold PayPal, he took all of the money that he made from PayPal and invested into Tesla. And there was another company that he started that he sold. I can't remember what it was, but he was like, all the money I made from that, I invested into SpaceX. He literally made a crap ton of money and bet on himself and lived a lifestyle. Yeah, he lived a lifestyle below his means, while he was continuing to build these other companies and expand on these businesses and these ideas, to the point now he's buying social media groups or social media sites.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like Lamar just said, he bet on himself. So you have to be resourceful out here. So you have to invest into becoming the person you want to be able to execute this way and make these things manifest in your life. So you can be resourceful and bet on yourself. I was talking about this the other day. I have a friend who's starting a business. I was like, you need to go out here and talk to people. Put your business cards places. Have conversations. People don't realize how much opportunity is out here if you just put yourself out there. People are like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, but they don't put themselves out there. Guys, I did door to door for 3 years successfully. You have to go get it. You have to go get what is yours. There is money. People are willing to give it to you, but if you're not out there, they don't know who you are or where you are. So you have to put yourself out there, which is investing into yourself. Literally, I secured 5+ U-Haul dealerships to send all their customers to me, and I give them a very, very small commission from just literally fucking going in there and talking to them and say, hey, I own a moving company. Here's my reviews. Here's what I've been doing. Here's a little bit about me. We should work together. Here's what I can offer you. Here's the value exchange. So if you guys literally, and they send me at least 4 to 5 jobs a fucking week, each of them. So it's like, if you guys literally invest into yourself, and become the person you got to be, which is a daily process, then you will be like establish these keys, have the knowledge, and then you'll be able to make more money. And then once you're making more money, you can invest into, because a lot of people say they don't have enough money to invest, which you only need like $10 on average for what I'm invested into mainly. And it can give you some good returns if you're there for longevity, but regardless, you'll make more money and then you'll be able to actually start investing the way you want. Forget about those investments, keep compiling over time, compounding and whatnot. And it's like a whole process, but you got to invest into yourself as well to do all that, in my opinion. Well, not for like the crypto and stuff, but like a lot of people are investing into crypto and stuff and going after, like Lamar said, like the ones that are already popping, the train already left the station. So if you invest into the knowledge in your mind of that, then it'll put you in a better position overall.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, basically what he just said, like, it not only like, do you have to put money in the right place, but even when you start making money and you start getting rich, you have the 5-figure months, you have the 6-figure years, and then which turns into 6-figure months, and then hopefully even pass higher than that for you guys. You have to not only, it's one thing to make that type of money, but you have to be a certain type of individual to handle that type of money.
That's why lottery winners always go broke.
Exactly. Always go broke. Same with people hitting big at the casinos. They just always end up broke, and then they end up losing money. They'll only tell you about the times they're winning. They never tell you how many times they've lost, or I bet you they don't even freaking know. I ask people all the time, bro. So like, they'll show me like, oh, you just won, $2,000. Hell yeah. How much did you put in? Or how much did you win last week? How much did you lose? Oh, I don't know. I got 2,000 a day. It's like, dude, you're probably in the fucking hole for all you know. Like, so damn. I mean, but like he was saying, it's very important that you do focus on your mindset and put good material and become a person of value. So when you are sitting on a mountain of resources, you are applying that to the right places, to the right people, to the right ideas, to the right groups, because like a lot of people, they romanticize this, you know, being successful and being a successful business owner and running a team or, you know, having a company, but they don't realize like there's a lot of shit that goes into that. It's not just like
Preparation meets opportunity.
yeah, it's not just about making money. You have to manage people, you have to manage finances, you have to pay the bills, you have to make sure, like, especially you have a team of people, you have to make sure that your company's making money, so
taxes,
so that the business makes money, so you can pay out your people so they can take care of their families. Like, you have to become a leader, and the responsibilities they 10x as you go on in life. The more money, who is it that said, Jay-Z said, more money, more problems? Like, that's so true in a sense. Like, it's not just going to come easy and you're going to be able to just handle it off. You're making money, but you're not a person that, you know, doesn't have the right mindset and doesn't know what to do with it, or even knows to just, you know, you're just an emotional figure who's still out here running the streets making dumbass decisions. That shit's going to go away very fucking quickly. I've seen it happen. I see people come up all the time, and then that's, you know, you don't hear anything about them. It's like, what happened? You know, some people, they come up, they disappear, you know, kudos. And then some people, they come up and they try to hide that something didn't happen where they lost it all, but you can tell they you know, why are you still out here grinding, bro? You should be at a whole another level. So, so investing monetary to the right places, investing into yourself, your health, your mindset, and, you know, just get, and like Cody said, get out here and put yourself out here. You know?
That's the main thing, guys. If you want to make some money, come on.
There's no excuse.
I interrupted you, but I want to say something very
you're
important.
good.
Like, before I started my moving company, guys, like, I was working security. All right, I was working security job. All right, so first and foremost, I did the sales. I came back to Roanoke, started working security again. When I was working security, I was Craigslisting gigs every fucking day, building up a clientele list. I built up so many people in Grandin I started doing jobs for. I helped my buddy Hunter with his company as much as I could on my off days. And then I picked up the moving job before I ended up building my business into a moving business. And it gave me a bunch of different avenues, but also I was meeting people, and people knew they could call me for work. So then I started getting repeating customers, and then those repeating customers for landscaping and leaf work ended up becoming my first moving job. Then I did my first moving job, and they knew a lot of people, and that became references for at least 10 other customers that I ended up getting, which obviously branched out into more people. So, like, even if you guys have a 9-to-5, even if it's not 9-to-5, like a job where you have to be there full-time type shit, like, you have extra time when you're not working there. You just have to allocate your time that you're doing other things that may not be as important to what you really want to happen if you're trying to build your sources of income and stuff like that. And when you have a lot of money rolling in, like, you can really fucking throw down on those investments. Like, with my money in particular, every single fucking job I do, everything I make, half of that shit goes away for taxes. It's normally not half that you have to pay for taxes. I do that so I have extra that I don't even think about having when I'm throwing it away for taxes to the side. And then half of the other goes to bills, anything I got to pay, and then the rest of that goes into investments. So, like, that's how I do it. And I try to invest like at least twice a week into crypto, precious metals. That's mainly all I really invest into personally. Obviously, my health and stuff, going to the gym every day and whatnot. But you got to become that person, because you can win the lottery, but if you don't know how to handle that money, then it doesn't matter. When I did sales the first fucking like half year, all those guys were just teaching me how to fucking manage money because they saw I was blowing through it, because it was the most money I ever made in my fucking life. So, and now I'm like, I know, and I have a really strong head on my shoulders about that shit, so I'm doing it right. But
you got to get your mind right to get your money right.
You got to get your mind right to get your money right. And you got to fucking invest into yourself. So when you do invest in everything else, you're making the best decisions possible from the perspective and knowledge that you have at the time. So that's what I think.
And the last point I want to make on, you know, that as a whole, saving money is not enough, guys. It's a scam. You all have been, most of you guys have been in school. You've at least gone through middle school. Middle school, you learn about supply and demand. What drives value? Supply and demand. If there is a limited supply of something and everybody wants it, the demand is high. Let's say, for example, like, there's not a limited supply of Lamborghinis, but let's say Lamborghinis, for example. They only make so many Lamborghinis a year, right? Everybody wants Lambo. If you're like a entrepreneur, particularly if you're male, you know, I've seen some females out here with
I
some
want a
Lamborghinis.
Urus. Lambo
But
Urus.
if you're that person, there's only so many of them out there. That's why the value on those vehicles are so high. Not only because they are supercars and it takes a lot of effort, time, and, you know, intellectual people and engineering to make those vehicles, but they are considered they're a valuable. A Lamborghini is an asset. Like, literally, supercars are assets. High-end luxury jewelry is assets. Real estate, you know, property, stuff like that. All that those are assets because there is a limited supply of these things. There is an unlimited supply of money currently. Literally, they are printing money. So if there is an unlimited supply of something, how does it have value? It is not value. So your money sitting that you're saving.
But I don't think inflation's going on.
Yeah. Sitting in the bank. Like, literally, Cody just told me the other day, he went to the grocery store and spent like literally 10 to 20% more of his money on the same exact groceries that he bought 2 weeks ago. So, for instance, just for an example, I'm not saying he did this, but let's say he had $200 set aside in his budget for groceries, and he knew a month ago $200 got him this exact grocery list, and he goes 2 weeks later, and that $200 that he set aside can't even buy the same groceries. What does that tell you,
Guys? I spent $250 2 weeks ago, and the other night I spent $308.
Literally, like he had to spend more money for the same amount of shit. So do you not understand?
It's just one guy.
You need to understand that everything is getting expensive. The prices are not going to return. That's not how inflation works. It's a death by 1,000 cuts. So what do you need to be doing with your money? Your money needs to be outpacing inflation. So what do you have to do with it? You need to invest it into things that are giving you a ROI, whether it's long term or short term. You don't have to do the crypto investing with us. You don't, that's a lot of volatility. People can't handle it. There's a lot of emotions involved. You don't have to do stocks, but you need to figure out something.
At least make more money.
If your money's sitting in your account, you're letting the bank use your money to make more. You think your money's sitting in your, like, all that stuff is just digital numbers. It's not, the bank doesn't sit there and hold millions of dollars inside the bank. You ever try going to the bank and withdrawing 5 figures? Try. If you have 5 figures in the bank, go to the bank right now and tell them you want 10K of your money in your account. I bet you 100%. If you can prove to me that they did not have 10K, or that they did have 10K to give you, I'll pay you $50 straight up. Someone do it on video. I'll pay you money to prove to you. They're not holding your money. They're taking your money and they are investing it. They're trading it. They're loaning it out, and they're earning a percentage on your money. The banks never had their own money to begin with. They were a place where people could come store their money, and at times they were holding it a long ass time ago, like Wild West days. But now they take your money and they use your money to make themselves more money, and you're just sitting there watching that, you know, $10,000 balance in your savings account, feeling all mighty proud. Well, I got 10K saved up just in case something happens. Just in case something happens, shit's happening right now. That money, that 10K, by the time you use it, ain't gonna be worth 10K. Yeah, is it going to say 10K? Is it going to show 10K? But I bet you any amount of money that whenever you first had that saved in there, whatever you planned on buying or planned on using it for an emergency fund or a vacation that you planned on saving it for to take somewhere, by the time you go and use that money, you're not going to be able to pay the same amount. You're going to have to pay more, or you're not going to be able to get as much. You know what I mean? So your money, in my opinion, always needs to be moving. I have a minimal amount of cash sitting. I have a minimal amount of balances in my bank accounts. My money is constantly moving, but I set that up in a way that works for me. I know where everything is. I might not know where certain amounts are in certain crypto wallets, but I have an idea, and it's constantly making me more money. I have money being returned to me, and I take those returns and invest it into other things. That's literally what I do with my money. I have less than $2,000, I think, sitting in my checking account right now. Literally, I think I have enough for my rent next week and a few other things. Other than that, I have close to 6 figures everywhere else. And Yeah.
And
And
the way I know, well, he told me he pays his bills and I pay my bills like this sometimes as well, is we have a debit card through crypto, uphold.com. So we get money. We get cash back for spending money on shit we were going to spend it on anyway. Can I hit that, by the way?
Yeah.
Also, another thing I want to state real quick, guys, is that think about all this next time you're about to make your dumb purchase, because your money is losing value every single day, but you're working just as hard, if not harder, because of labor shortages and shit, depending on what your job is. So think, do I really want to work just this hard or harder for money that's going to be worth less tomorrow and still not be ahead to where I'm trying to go? So that's one thing I want to say as well. But keep going. You're at 6 figures. I just wanted to throw that out there.
And you buy shit that has no value. You need to buy things that are increasing in value with inflation, or at least outpacing it. Literally park your money there. Like Cody, he dropped a little seed. He planted a seed earlier for you guys. He talked about precious metals. Gold and silver will always hold value. There's a term people call it God's money. Why? Because it is of the earth. It has actual value. Gold and silver goes back to the dawn of time. That was the original form of currency, was gold coins. All right, so I mean, guys, we're not gonna get too deep into it. Honestly, like I said, if y'all want tips and y'all want people to follow or a group to be a part of, hit me or Cody up. We have a Telegram group. It has 166 members right now. It is open. It is free. I have tons of content. Literally, I've pinned it in Telegram. You can pin messages. I probably wrote a book inside Telegram and haven't even realized it. Shit, I probably could get someone to publish that shit. Actually, a lot of that content is sourced from other places. But anyways, guys, we have tons of content there. We talk about I did a whole write up on solar panels and freaking nuclear energy. I'm investing in nuclear energy. I don't know if I should say it on YouTube. Fuck it, whatever.
Companies.
I'm invested. Companies, mining companies. I'm invested into solar panel companies that create the
energy
parts that go into solar panels. Like, guys, I'm trying to tell you, get around people. You ain't got to be in our group. Get in something. Get around people that are doing these things. Learn where to put your money. If your money's sitting, you're fucked. The dollar is fucked. Okay, guys? We are it's literally done.
Israel just took on the Chinese yuan as
for
part of
oil payments.
As part of their reserve backups.
Yeah. Guys, there's shit happening.
It's shifting, guys. America, the U.S. dollar is not going to be the strongest currency in the world moving forward in the next, I would say, 10 years. Within 10 years. It'd probably be sooner than that, bro. Yeah, for sure. But we have there's some skeptical people watching, so. Yeah. But for real. Another thing I want to say, too.
I can have that conversation with anybody, any day.
And this was today. This was today. We got Philip behind the camera as well. What's up? Below Surveillance, New World Order back here. But Philip and I today, man, we were just talking about it. People are slow. You need to invest in your speed. The most efficient person is going to find the most opportunity if they have the right mind and they're hungry. A lot of people are lacking hunger. So you need to invest into your speed and your efficiency as well, I believe personally, because I see top performers fast motherfuckers. And speed is not always a good thing. The Navy SEALs say slow is smooth, smooth is fast. But eventually, if you're smooth enough, you get fast, and that comes from efficiency. But a lot of people out here are moving as if they are living until 700. I just don't understand. It's guys, don't you value your time? Not to mention, time is the most valuable asset you get, considering
not money.
We don't get it back. And you guys are, not you guys.
Time is not forever. It's not infinite.
It's just so many people that are just moving as if they're going to be living forever. It's guys, you have to really hone in on the efficiency portion of things, especially these days, because there's so much opportunity out here and people are grabbing that opportunity if they realize it's opportunity. So you have to start looking at everything as opportunity, no matter what the situation is. But if you have some sort of skill, some sort of talent, I'm not saying go hop on social media, because there's pros and cons to social media, but the creator community, the creator economy is a thing now. Just having a brand, you can monetize and stuff like that. There's so many ways out here to make the money, but And we talked about this a little bit on episode 4 with Harmon. And if you guys haven't seen that yet, go watch that right now or after this one and go refresh on that for a minute. But we talked about how, sorry.
I was just peeping, chiming in on that. A lot of good tips, a lot of mindset, a lot of just pure value in episode 4. So it is a little long, but guys, go check it out. There's some gems in there.
And like, you have a phone in your hand. I said this last episode that has more technology than the first space shuttle, and people still can't figure it out here. Yeah, and obviously it's situational, of course, but you can't have that scarcity victim mentality either if you are able to utilize what you have around you, the cards around you. And most people would rather just do what he's showing you guys right now as an example, instead of actually using it as an information panel. You have all the information you need to access on that phone to figure something out, at least to make a side hustle, at least to bring an extra $20 in. I saw a post today, an extra $20 a day is an extra $7,300 a year. And like, you just keep going up the scale with that. So even if you got to start small sometimes, man. Like when it snowed here over winter, I made $400 in 2 days just going to shovel because I'm efficient and I didn't give a fuck about being out there in the cold because I knew it would reward me if I put the effort in. And not to mention there's a labor shortage. A lot of people don't want to work, which we touched on earlier. So like you guys have an advantage if you have the hunger and the mindset and willpower behind it to figure it out. And investments, all of these things are investments, and it just touches on everything we've been talking about. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Look at this meme, bro. Isn't that funny?
What is
Sorry.
it? What's the meme? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah,
I was joking. No, guys,
the example?
but on a serious note, the ROI is in the speed of decision, not always the quality. So, like, to piggyback off what he said, be efficient and make a decision and try different things. You will learn very quickly whether or not that thing is going to work out or not. And then have the courage and be aware and responsible enough to know, all right, this isn't working out. Let me do this. But give it your all, though. Don't just jump from here, there to this. There's a thing they call online. It's called shiny object syndrome, where people will like jump on an opportunity, try for a couple weeks. Oh, this doesn't work. And then they'll jump something else. I mean more in the sense of investing. You'll know relatively, like if you're putting money in something, you better know everything there is to know about it. I don't care if you're putting in a freaking dollar. You're like, that's your money. Do you want to, like, if you're just, oh, my friend told me to invest this and that, it seems like a good idea. That's where a lot of you people got in trouble with Doge. Sorry, just had to throw that in there because I've tried telling people that too. But anyways, to wrap this up, guys, again, if you guys need a community or you're looking for some type of mentorship, hit me or Cody up. If you're looking for a little bit more than what we do or we are able to provide, let me know. I will point you in the right directions. I have tons of mentors that I follow, that I listen to, that I paid for their mentorship, that have put me on a level, giving me opportunities to be involved in a lot of different things. So that goes back into investing into yourself. In 2021, I probably spent somewhere between $5,000 and $7,500 just in mentorship. Literally between mentorship, books. I got away from books. I do audiobooks now and courses. I literally I invested in myself to either get in the same room with some people, to be put at the same table with some people, just to even listen in on calls from people that are doing 6-figure months or doing I know people doing 7-figure months. It's crazy. There's people out here making bukus of money. And it's out there for everybody. It literally is. I promise you. I've seen it.
Just got to know how.
You just got to know how, and you got to take the chance. You got to bet on yourself. If you're going to bet on anything,
money don't make money.
Yeah, you casino players. If you go bet on and gamble on anything outside of your control, why not bet on yourself, where you do control? You can control the outcome as far as when it comes to like just you. You can make the decision to do something or try something, to put effort here, to put effort there, like go all in. Seriously. Yeah. We talked about that episode 2 or episode 3, I believe. Go all in and
I'm an example
really
of
be
that.
About it. Exactly.
Like, bro, I went out to fucking Arizona for my first time with $700. Well, I was
Episode 2, that's what it was.
I was gonna go with 500, but Blake's Uncle Sean gave me an extra $200, and I went out there betting on me, on my capability, on my hunger and willingness to learn and discover. And now I own my own business. I have fucking my TikTok brand and everything, and I'm making more money than I have ever made in my life at the age I am. And it's constantly going up. I have fucking thousands of dollars in investments, and it's just fucking going great, and it's just getting better, and we're just learning more, and it's just progress and progress and progress. But you gotta take that risk and invest into yourself. And then also, you know, if it's a smart decision based on your research, not based on what you think, based on what other people are saying, then, you know, make those investments, whether it's precious metals, land, crypto, like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Everything we've been talking about for the most part, but it kind of starts with you at the end of the day.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, that is the end of episode 5 of the Hustle House 24/7 365 podcast. Like Cody mentioned earlier, go back and watch episode 4. Check that out. Tons of gems. If you haven't watched any of our other episodes, I mean, this is the type of content we've been dropping every week. So go back and check those out. Like and subscribe. I am Lamar. Instagram, Lambo_CO. Creamcapital.finance. Shout out your socials.
Various underscore layers on Instagram, key of the day, or various layers with no underscore on TikTok. And then also Hustle House 247 365 on TikTok. And also various
Everywhere.
layers on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Google Music, all that shit for my rap and hip hop stuff.
Yep. Hustle House is on every single platform. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and what's the Google site called?
It's just Google Podcast.
Google Podcasts. We're on Google too. We're everywhere. All right. But anyways, that's a wrap. See ya.
Peace out.